And so tell me about, the day of surgery, how that felt, and then kind of immediately after, how was the post-op? Because you've been through it before, so you kind of knew what to expect.
I did, but even though I'd been through it before, Carmen spent a lot of time before the surgery day, on the day that she did my labs and everything, just going through everything. And I felt really prepared. Like I got a booklet. And, I'm somebody that, goes into the hotel and I read all the books and go, okay, I got everything. I know what I need. And so that was really nice because I had this personalized book about what to expect, what was happening, what medications I needed, what things I should be prepared for just to kind of be set up for success. So, going into the very first day, I had my medications, I had everything. I wasn't too nervous. I was very nervous about the pain. And I
Mm.
was very nervous about the pain because the last time I had this done, I remember being in a lot of pain and it was really bad. And that was really my only concern. And when I shared that with him, he said, no, don't worry about it. We're going to make sure you have everything you need. And so I felt comforted knowing that I pretty much had every possible medication for everything that I could need at home.
Hmm.
And so when I went home, I really was not ever in pain. I took pain medication for a couple days. I had surgery on a Monday. And by Wednesday afternoon, I wasn't taking anything anymore. So I was pleasantly surprised at how good I felt.
That's so nice, especially when I think anything, whatever the topic is that is giving you kind of anxiety, whether it's pain, whether it's just going under anesthesia, because maybe you've never experienced that before, whatever it is,
Hmm.
it's really, it does kind of create that tension. But, I think all that preparation that you're talking about ahead of time and that pre-op visit and that booklet, some people don't read the booklet at all. And other people, it's like, this is my Bible. This is my surgery Bible. And I'm reading every section ahead of time. And then I'm rereading it when I get to the point. And we've been doing this. So I'm coming up on my 33rd year at La Jolla
Wow.
Cosmetic Surgery. And one of the first jobs they gave me to do was to take all the procedures, and the doctors had written out the pre-op, the risks, the post-op as you're getting into healing, with all of that for every procedure. And I had to like tippity type it into a word processor. And we created those booklets, and then it became its own software package that doctors use all around the country. So, but it really was so much of a leap in terms of, before that it was like, here's your photocopy of the one pager of what you're to expect. And it's like you're not really prepared unless you have, all of this, like which medications not to be taking ahead of time and what you'll feel like emotionally. There's all that. There's a
Right.
one page that's like the best page about,
With all
what
the,
what to expect. Yeah, it's got like the, what you feel like 24 hours after, like, why did I do this? And then
right.
but like all the emotional roller coaster and what your body's doing physiologically, and really, like, when can I shower? What did they say? What about the bandages? It's all customized for you. So whichever procedures you're having, it just pulls it all together. And it's super, super helpful. And I'm glad you appreciated it because we worked hard. But, it really is something that's kind of above and beyond that a lot of patients are like, wow, this is so helpful. And it's nice for their caregivers too.